Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. It is August 7th. Thank you for joining us for this Facebook Live. I want to remind you, of course, we're live every weekday morning right around this time, but it stays on your feed. You can watch it whenever it works best for you or listen to it as a podcast. Just go to inforum.com/podcast and look for the Inforum Minute.
All right, today, starting off pretty nice for us.
Yeah, mild, muggy, still a little bit foggy in spots just because of how humid it is. But all of that's fueling the atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's downright hot and sticky this afternoon, what I call a cinnamon roll day. Hot and sticky. Temperature 80s to near 90. 88 Fargo, 89 Grand Forks, feeling 95 to 99 because of that humidity.
That's
so
warm.
Very sweaty outside. Wind out of the southeast at 5 to 15, so no great air movement to kind of help just keep things moving. Everything's very still and stagnant. And then we watch out for thunderstorms. I would say 8 p.m. start time out west and then traveling to the east. So you get through supper time and then we start watching out for any storms to fire on your radar. Those move to the east through the late evening toward the overnight hours. As they first fire off, there is a wind and a tornado threat. So I would say central to western North Dakota, best for those things. As they kind of all gel together and move to the east, we have to watch out for damaging winds, and then very heavy rain and flash flooding is a risk too. Again, our soils are pretty saturated after getting all of that rain earlier in the week, at least for the southern parts. North, you're obviously drier, which means we're prone to more flash flooding because there's just not a lot of space for all of that moisture to soak in. Very heavy rain, it's very humid. The thunderstorms work with all of that moisture in the atmosphere and create these downpours. So we'll do that tonight. WDAY Fest, you start watching out for thunderstorms, I'd say after 10 o'clock. Anything is fair game, especially then into the overnight hours with that heavy rain. Tomorrow, all over again. Hot and sticky, 80s to near 90, feeling 95 to about 100 degrees for tomorrow. Wind out of the southeast, still 5 to 15, so still very still outside. Thunderstorms are a little different tomorrow. It's a big cold front moving through. I'd say scattered development 5-ish, so late afternoon toward the evening, and then just continuing into the evening and the overnight.
Okay.
All modes of severe weather possible tomorrow. So that means I do have a tornado risk and a large hail risk, 2 to 3 inches. That's like golf ball to baseball sized hail.
I'll do damage.
Big chunk of ice. Your cells develop individually early on, and so that's when you have that hail risk and the tornado risk. As once again, they all kind of gel together, damaging wind and flash flooding become the main risks. That moves through, should settle down 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Things are quieter then for the weekend. We ditch storm chances, both Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
Storm free.
Good.
Humidity goes backwards, so we're drier. We're a little bit cooler, but not cold. High temperature is close to 80 degrees both Saturday and Sunday. Not much for wind. Looking good. If you had to pick a day to go to WDAY Fest, Saturday is probably the better of the two.
Right.
Yes, we'll watch out for all of that. Obviously, with WDAY Fest in mind, a lot of people outside. Hydration is good because it's hot and sticky, and then keeping a charged cell phone just so you have a way to receive a warning. You get a watch, you start being aware. If you feel your phone go off, you look at it to see if it's a warning. If there is a warning, that's when you start moving to a safer place. Okay, that's the game plan. Weekend looks good. Early next week, we're a little bit cooler. Temperatures mid-70s, and we watch out for smoke. The next round of smoke, I'm thinking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday look pretty smoky. Back into the heat at the end of next week, and more thunderstorms.
All right, the pattern continues.
It does. We go from storms to smoke and back and forth. Storm Tracker app's going to be a great tool no matter where you are. Just make sure you have your alerts on. Okay, that's all.
Cool. Thanks for the update, Lydia.
New overnight, a child was airlifted to Sanford and Fargo after an ATV crash outside of Fairmount, North Dakota. The child was driving an ATV when they lost control and rolled. They were not wearing a helmet at the time of the crash. We are still working to learn the condition of the child.
60 employees with RDO equipment are losing their jobs as part of a workforce reduction. That includes 17 workers at stores across the Red River Valley, including the store in Moorhead. The company's president says economic conditions in the ag industry are forcing the business to adapt.
Planes will be out tonight in Cass County to battle mosquitoes. Fargo, West Fargo, Moorhead, all being sprayed starting around 7:30 tonight. Cass County Vector Control says the community is at high risk for West Nile right now. The Department of Health says 11 people in the state have tested positive for the illness, 5 of those here in Cass County.
All right, the 2 men arrested in connection with a violent crime spree over the weekend in Fargo that left 2 people dead, 2 others hurt, have now made their first court appearances. The third suspect, Tyreek Jones, is still on the run, and now there's an investigation into the communication between the Fargo Police Department and Cass County Sheriff's Office over an assault downtown later that same night as the shootings that landed a man in the hospital with life-threatening injuries. So there is a lot to this whole series of stories. So check it out on our website, inform.com. We have multiple articles up detailing every aspect of the shootings and the assault and the investigation about communication and the chief of police and all sorts of stuff. So check it out there.
Sioux Pass Ranch in Detroit Lakes is the place to be this weekend. Of course, we've been talking a lot about We Fest. It really gets going today with headliner Hardy tonight. They'll have music on 3 stages, though, throughout the day. Tomorrow's headliner is John Party, and on Saturday it's Cody Johnson. Bring your boots. It's muddy out there because of all the rain, and of course we're getting more rain. Be sure you have that WDAY Storm Tracker weather app on your phone right now. As Lydia said right away at the top of this live, for the alerts to keep track of where the stormy weather is, the severe weather is. So a must-have. And just stay hydrated and stay safe out there as well.
For sure. Have fun. Don't want anyone getting hurt or anything like that. All right. Today we could see 2 former Bison go head-to-head on the NFL field. The Vegas Raiders taking on the Seattle Seahawks tonight. Former Bison offensive lineman is on the Seahawks. Gray Zabel, he was taken in the first round of this past spring's draft. He's expected to play tonight. QB Cam Miller is listed 3rd on the Raiders depth chart, so there's a good chance that he gets into the game and gets some snaps. Kind of just depends on what the coaches want to do with their starters and how much they want to play the backups and that kind of thing. But that's exciting.
Yeah, it is. Hot Mic with John Izzo coming up 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra. High school football practice is underway in North Dakota. Minnesota begins Monday. Moorhead's Kevin Feeney will be in studio to preview the Spuds season. Plus, the Fargo Little Leaguers are just a win away from Williamsport. How they rallied to beat Sioux Falls. Hot Mic is live from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and Inform.com.
Don't forget to join us for the rest of our newscast today. Our next one's at 11, then 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And First News is back tomorrow morning from 5 to 7.
Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.